Hey guys, I'll be on in just a second. I just need to grab all the yarn and stuff. I forgot to grab it all. Just one sec. Hey guys, how is my audio? Just to make sure before I get going. Just don't want to sound like the music's too loud or something like that. Yeah, I'm digging this fairy fountain music too. All right, I think I got everything set up. I guess let's rock and roll. Pew, 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 pew. Hello, everybody. Ooh, that timing. Oh, that timing. Hey guys, how you doing? Today is a day, and we are making some Mario themed stuff today. I'm not gonna be making Mario actually. I thought it'd be more fun to make Luigi. And I'll kind of be going through the instructions as I go. We'll also be making I could have sworn I brought them in here. Mario shells. We're gonna be making some shells. Oh, here they are. I figured we'll start with a red shell or a green shell or something, and then we'll move on to a blue shell at the end that'll maybe be our end, if depending on how long it takes. But without further ado, let me turn my phone on silent, and let's get rocking and rolling. Let's start with the red shell. If you guys didn't know, these shells are this month's giveaway. They're, oh wait, hold on, I can change the picture. I did a whole thing for this. See, look at that. Boom, it's a red shell now. That is for our giveaway. We're doing a giveaway this month. If you crochet a shell and you post it on Instagram or the Facebook group, you can win a free month of Club Crochet. And yeah, this music is really loud in my ears, so I'm going to turn it down. 1 second. There we go. Now it's not that loud in my ears, and I think I can turn it up on this thing so it still can be heard. Yeah, I think that looks like good levels, but you can let me know if it's too quiet. I'll turn up just a little bit just in case. Rachel, I did get your messages, but I was in the middle of getting everything set up, so I didn't really look at them yet. How is everybody been in the chat? Has anybody been able to make any of these guys? By the way, I guess I should kind of go through what I'm doing while I'm doing it. I'm starting with a magic loop method and doing 6 single crochets in the magic loop. Right now we're making the top of the shell. I think I just call it the shell in the pattern. I have this pattern super duper memorized now. I've made like 100 of these shells. I can't stop. Oh, does it say December? It does say December. I can fix that. Hold on, hold on. Boom. Boom, fixed. Haha. Thank you. I did not know that it said that. All right. Yeah, last month we had a giveaway for the Yeti, a kit. We were giving away a kit. I really wish I could open the window in here, but I can't because we have a sleepy cat somewhere that I know will try to jump out it, but I don't know where he went. I'm sure he'll make an appearance later. Mickey Cricky's been cold. Yeah, I hear it's cold pretty much everywhere. San Francisco, it's pretty much the same weather as it always is. Every other day it's cold, but I mean not, you know, not as cold as you guys are, I'm sure. Pretty much everywhere around the country's freezing right now. Like, so cold that I can't believe that people live in that weather cold, I would say. Hey Julie, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. I hope you like it. Are you new to amigurumi as well, or just to the channel? Have you been making amigurumi before? I really wanted to get a lot more videos done this month for Club Crochet, but I couldn't find the time to do it because on my other channel, Louie's Loops, I started releasing all those goblins that I've been working on. I have like a box right there that's filled with, I think, 50 of them. There's another few up there. There's some right here. See? So I've been making a lot of those. I've been getting a crazy amount of orders for them. So I wasn't able to make as many patterns this month as I wish I did. So there's probably going to be more Mario patterns coming out in the future as well. Okay, so I'm on round, by the way, I did round 1 was 6 single crochets. Ooh. Round 2, I made an increase into each stitch around. So that brings us up to 12. Round 3, I just did a regular single crochet into each stitch around. And round 4, I'm doing a single crochet and then an increase. I don't know if it's worth it for me to tell you these instructions as I made a whole video for this pattern. I guess let me know if you have any questions, any crocheting questions in the comments, and I can answer them. The Mario shell is exceedingly, well, I would say it's pretty easy to crochet. As you can tell, I'm already almost done with the top of the shell. But the sewing it together part can be very tricky if, yeah, it just can. Our postal service workers couldn't deliver the mail? Oh my God, that's too cold. Hello from Mexico. That is so cool. You know, I was looking at the statistics for Club Crochet the other day, and it turns out that like I think like 60% of the subscribers on this channel are from Brazil. Isn't that crazy? Ugh. I had no idea. I feel like I really need to work on the subtitles for my videos now, because they're all in English. But that is pretty cool. I also didn't know crocheting was so popular in Brazil. What a Bowser Pod puppet would look like. You know, there is another crochet artist. I can't remember what her name is. But she does these little pod guys as well. And she's a streamer actually on Twitch. And she made a Bowser that I really, really like. I'm going to see if she can, if she would want to do like a guest pattern for Club Crochet. Because I think it's like exactly what would work out here. Also, I've tried to do a Bowser before, and I just it's just a lot of thought that goes into it, and I just haven't been able to put enough time into it. So it'd be cool to feature another artist on here and do a Bowser pattern at the same time. But we'll see how that goes. I don't know. Maybe not. She's really cool, and we seem to be friends, so I don't know. All right, look at that. We're already rocking and rolling on this shell. You've never seen crochet on such a small scale. Man, you should see, there is this person that has been posting on the Club Crochet group, on the Facebook group, that makes tiny little, oh God, there we go. Tiny little flowers. Like, when I say tiny little, I mean like that tiny crocheted flowers. They're incredible. I also saw her on Reddit the other day with her tiny flowers. It's insane. Like, not like kind of insane. It's crazy tiny. These little... It's amazing. It's incredible. I've never seen something so cool with crochet. I'm very impressed. I'm gonna see if she also wants to do a pattern collaboration in the future, because I really like her little patterns. Obviously, it'd be kind of hard to teach how to make it that tiny, but we can up the scale or something. I don't know. I just want to do more collaborations in the future with other crochet artists, because yeah, I think that's a fun idea, and it's fun to get other people, what other people make out there. All right, so we got the top of the shell done. Let's just sew it together. Stuff it a little bit. Your eyebrows froze off? That's not real. Really? That's insane. Oh, the cat's back. Hey, buddy. I'm sure he's going to jump up here very soon, because he likes attention a lot. It's like he's a cat or something. I've been using these really tiny needles recently, because it's a little bit easier to do detail. And I've been getting really good at threading them really fast. I would love more videos on how to work out your own patterns. Yeah, that would be really cool. I should do that. I have like 4 scripts that I wrote for how to do new techniques. that I'm gonna work on. There's one that I was supposed to finish up this month for how to do a split, which is how you make like Mario's hat. It's called, I call it splitting in the round. I don't know what it's actually called, but that's what I call it. And I just didn't finish up. I finished up the recording the audio for it, but I still need to do the video for it. Every pattern that I do on Club Crochet, well, patterns I actually record while I'm doing the pattern, like literally just like this. It's like, hey, this is how I'm doing this stitch. But techniques I try to record prior to doing it, so that way it's exactly what I want it to say, because a lot of times they're very specific instructions for how to do certain things, and I don't trust myself to do it live on camera. So yeah. Whoa, you used to crochet African violets for a living? That is awesome. Where did you like sell them on the street or something? I think we're gonna get a cat attacking this ball of yarn down here in a sec. Yep. Hi, bud. Yeah. You finished the jacket. I've seen pictures on your Instagram, Rachel, of the jacket. Very cool. It's very, very cool. Hey, Lauren, how you been? Long time no talk. Hi, Kiwi111 Crafty Creature. What a name. Is that your given name? Is that on your birth certificate? You should make it right now, Lauren. All right, so we're making the bottom of the shell. Right now, I need some more coffee. Now, how much coffee is too much coffee is what you might be asking yourself. And the answer to that question is, there's no such thing. I have too much coffee all the time, and I'm fine. Look at me, I'm doing fine. This is actually my first coffee today, and I know that because before I started drinking it, I had a headache. And then I drank a sip of it, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, I don't have a headache anymore. I love coffee. The only socially acceptable drug to be addicted to. That's what they should market coffee as. Coffee, the only socially acceptable drug to be addicted to. Hello, whoever you are from Korea. I know that that's Korean. That's all I know, though. I cannot read it. I took Japanese for 4 years in high school. And that's how I know the difference between Korean, Japanese, and Chinese. I know some kanji, but not very much. And now I can read some Japanese, but I have no idea what I'm saying. I really like how Korean's written, though. It's so bubbly. There's so many circles in it. Good vibes, dude. How you been? Yeah, it was very cool. I wish I took it more seriously, but I didn't. I took it for 4 years, but, you know, I kind of just skated by. And then I took French for 3 years in college, and I'm a lot better at French than I am at Japanese. Me and Jules are actually going to Paris in April? Yeah, April. She's part of this thing called Scott's Cheap Flights. It's like this really cheap service online where they post flights daily that are like, you want to go to Michigan? Well, here you go. Here's a flight for really cheap. So it's always random, you know. But she called me the other day and was like, hey, would you want to go to Paris? And I was like, yeah, of course I'd go to Paris. She said, okay, how's April sound? I said, yeah, that works out. She goes, okay, I bought the tickets. And I was like, wait, what? Okay, how much are they? They were like, I think they were like $380 round trip for Paris each. So, I mean, plus tax, of course, but like, dang, that is crazy cheap. So, I'm very excited to go see Paris. I've been to France before, but I never got to go to Paris. I just spent the whole time in the south of France. I was actually there for a whole month, and I never went to Paris. Definitely come here to Michigan. 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. 14, 15. There we go, 19. Michigan, the Paris of the United States. That's what everybody says. All right. This is the hardest part of this pattern, is sewing it together, and I always forget how to start it. I think I start it like this. But who knows? Not me. I know nothing. Yeah. I do this joke with Jules all the time. She does not find it funny anymore, but I go, whenever a song comes on where I've never heard it, or like, it's just ridiculous. I don't know what that just said. I always go, oh my god, this is my parents' first dance. Wow. And she never ever falls for it, not anymore, but other people do, and she always goes like, no, he's joking. He's like, because she doesn't like the joke anymore because I say it so much. It's her birthday next week, actually. Next Tuesday. She'll be 28. It's 8:22 in the morning, or... Oh yeah, it must be in the morning. Wow, what are you doing online on YouTube at 8:30 a.m.? That's crazy early. I don't wake up that early, even though I'm supposed to. I'm on a super duper night schedule right now. Like always. I go to sleep at like 3 a.m. usually. I just can't fall asleep earlier, and I get so motivated at night. And the cat and Jules go to bed early, so no one bugs me, and I can do whatever I want. I can finish so many crochet things. I made a really cool goblin last night. Hey, HyperGamer255 Sass. Thank you. Very cool. I'm really excited about that too. So he's talking about, I've been working on a new tabletop game for all these like crocheted goblins and orcs and stuff. I call it Stitched. The idea is it's a tabletop game for crafters. So you make all your pieces from home. I crochet all mine, but you can make them out of really whatever you want. You can make it out of Play-Doh or Legos or origami. Doesn't matter, as long as they fit the right size requirements for all the characters, which you can use, like, here, I actually have one right here. So these are like, big characters are this big and little characters are this big. And so as long as they can fit in on one of these, you're good. So yeah, I think it's a really, really cool game. And I'll be coming out with it shortly. I'm actually play testing it right now with people from that are supporting on Patreon. So if that's on my other channel though, Louie's Loops. So you can learn more about it on louisloops.com. That's where I put all that stuff. Because this channel is more about learning how to crochet. Speaking of which, does anybody have any crocheting questions? I'd be happy to answer any crochet questions that you got. We're coming to the end of this Mario show, actually. I've been going on autopilot now for, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and it's great. I very much know how to make these things because I have definitely just been on autopilot. I remember starting the sewing this together, but I'm almost done now, and I don't even remember the middle section of it. I was just kind of going. Okay, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3. So maybe we should use this one. What's next month's theme? Great question. So next month's theme, I guess, is pink. Is the thing that's connecting them. I'm doing a tiny little pig, which I don't have around me, but it's like a little piglet. That's gonna be coming out early next month. I gotta record that. I wanted to record that today, but I had this live stream, so I couldn't do that. And also, the Piranha Plant on Super Smash Bros. Just came out today, so I know I gotta play with that. But yeah, so it'll be a piglet and not a human heart. This time we're gonna do a regular heart, like, you know, like a regular old like heart. I wanted to do a Cupid, like a fat, cute Cupid thing, but well, I guess I still can. I just haven't worked on it enough, and I feel like time's running out because I gotta finish that like the end of this week. So I was thinking maybe a flamingo. I guess you guys can decide. Do you think it'd be better to do a flamingo, which I already have the pattern for, and it'll be a lot easier for me to do a flamingo, or a Cupid, which might be more fun and probably wouldn't be too difficult for me to do a pattern, I guess. I don't know. What do you think? What would you rather make, a Cupid or a flamingo? A chubby Cupid, by the way. It's not going to be a skinny Cupid. He will be chubby if I make a Cupid. Why does the bobble stitch hurt so much? Oh, it shouldn't. What's going on there? How does it hurt? Is it because you might be holding it too tight? That could be a real problem. I don't like how this stitch worked at the end here, but that's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. I always screw up that end. Oops. But whatever. It is done. We got a red shell now. Flamingo, flamingo, Cupid, flamingo, lots of flamingos. All right, flamingo it is. unless a lot of people want a Cupid in the next few minutes. Yeah, flamingo I think would be a little easier for me. That's going to be the kit, which I think I'll be working on probably tonight after I play a little bit of Smash Brothers. I also have to do other motion graphics work and stuff like that. I also have to crochet. God, I have so much to do tonight. Maybe I won't be able to play too much Smash. Come on. There we go. I was trying to tuck in those little threads. There we go. So we got a Mario shell. The hole's not as big as I would like it to be, especially this one at the end here, but it's not bad. Cool. All right, let's make Luigi, huh? You're so proud of me. Well, thank you. Oh, really? Ache when you use a little sugar and cream? It is a little bit rough of a yarn, but that probably means that you're holding it too tight. I mean, I don't know. But that being said, if you hold the bobble stitch too loose, you run the risk of it being like a weird bobble stitch that's too loose. Ooh. Can you hear me crack my neck? Oh. Right here. It is killing me. I think I slept all weird last night because my my cat decided that he wanted to be my pillow instead of my regular pillow. So that made my life not as fun. I'm looking at pictures of Luigi right now because I'm pretty sure that Luigi's hair and his mustache are darker than Mario's. But I might be wrong. Yeah, it looks like more of a dark brown. Okay, give me just a second. I gotta go get that dark brown. Be a rat, a back. Also, I dropped the green yarn. Yeah. Hey, bud. This is pretty good. This is a pretty good dark brown. I like it. I like it. All right. I'm back. Hyper gamers, do you have a Hobby Lobby near you? Yeah, I think that will definitely be a future lesson, Lauren, is going to be how to make your own designs, or how to make your own patterns rather. But I'm still trying to figure out like the best way to teach that and also to offer that, because yeah, so I'm still trying to figure it out, but it's definitely in the future. I will be doing stuff on how to make your own designs, specifically probably how to write patterns, because I think that's something that a lot of people have trouble with, is how to write patterns. I have trouble with it all the time too, because while there are some set rules, a lot of it's like wibbly wobbly, you know, you don't really know how the perfect way to explain certain techniques is. So, 4, 5, 6. I was crocheting on the bus the other day, and someone was, this little kid was watching me, and I was like, "Hey, you ever crocheted before?" And he was like, "You're so fast." And I was like, "Oh, I mean, I've been doing it a long time. I make a lot of stuff, so I don't really need to think about it anymore. I just kind of go for it." It was cool, though. I think maybe he checked out Crocheting 101. I don't know. Yeah, what Sarah said, I do have an Amigurumi 101 course, and that's kind of what I was talking about earlier with the different techniques. So the newest one that I'm working on is how to make, which I'll be doing it right here in just a second for this hat, but it's basically how to make like a flap, see? Like his lower lip is actually crocheted in, it's not like sewn on. You can see it's kind of continued there. I also did it for this guy's eyebrow. It's the same technique. And these mushrooms, are done with that technique. The whole top here is split, so it's like turns it into a mushroom. And check this one out. This is done with the same technique too, and it made it a straight up pocket. I could make a pocket. So yeah, this is the next video I'm working on for Amigurumi 101. It should be out pretty soon. Like I said, I had the script written. It's just I need to do the video for it, and I have been lacking the time to do that recently. Can you get a shout out for what? I have a channel. Oh, HyperGamers255 SAS has a channel as well, apparently, which is cool. I always think that's cool. I love this cotton. Is that a different? Oh, I love this cotton is a different kind of yarn than Lily Sugar and Cream. I've been using where'd it go? Oh, here it is. I've been using this yarn recently, which is, it's actually Red Heart, which I don't usually like Red Heart, but it's a it's 100% cotton, and it's super soft. It's like crazy soft Red Heart yarn, and this is like the perfect skin tone. I don't know why Lily Sugar and Cream can't make the right skin tone yarn. They make like, I don't know. I mean, obviously it depends on your skin tone for what the perfect skin tone yarn is, but for me, like, that is my skin tone. So like, yeah. Yeah, they make like a really good tan, but nothing. And then they make stuff that's too light. So yeah. All right, I gotta remember how to do this pattern because it's been a sec for me. See, I've never been to Hobby Lobby. There's no, I don't think there's a Hobby Lobby close enough for me to go to. I'll have to check one out on the way down to LA next time I'm on the way down, because I think there's one on the drive down. Cassie, thank you for learning. I really appreciate you learn. I mean, I think it's like the coolest hobby around. Obviously, I kind of take it a little further than a hobby sometimes. I make a little too many things, but I do think it's the coolest thing you could learn to do. So I just appreciate you learning how to crochet, and yeah. Where do you find the little safety eyes in the craft store, or can you only get them online? Asks Amy. So you can get them in the craft store. I know you can get them at Joann's, at least. Every time I go there, they're there. They're called safety bead eyes. Usually is what they're called. But the ones you get at Joann's or Michael's or whatever usually have these really, really hard backing for them that is really difficult to sew together, to put on. Sorry, I need to look up this pattern real quick. By the way, I don't know if you guys knew this, but all the patterns on Club Crochet are very easy to get to. All you have to do is you type in clubcrochet.com/ and then whatever you're trying to make. So I'm making Mario right now. So I just did clubcrochet.com/Mario, and it takes me right to the pattern for Mario. It's kind of a cool little thing that I added into the site. I'm gonna call them quick links. I'm working with someone to add some new stuff to the website. So that will be probably something that'll be coming out pretty soon, is quick links for everything and more obvious on the website. But yeah, for right now, like if you want to make the Triceratops, it's clubcrochet.com/Triceratops, and it'll go straight to that. So it's just kind of like a cool thing. All right. Okay, got it. But yeah, where I was saying about the safety bead eyes, I get all of mine online. I think the coolest thing, the best safety bead eyes that I get are in kits like this. They send you like these ones with a bunch of different sizes. You can buy specific sizes, but I think these ones with like the bunch of different sizes is the most useful. And these eyes are a little bit different than the other ones. So, I mean, it's very subtle, but let me grab two different kinds of eyes right now. So you can kind of see, well, actually, that's a bad example. Those are all bad examples. Actually, those ones are good, pretty good. I didn't know those ones were so good. Here's a, it might be kind of hard to tell, but the ones on the left here, God, let me get close. The ones on the left here have a slightly, they go slightly more out, like up more. And these ones lay closer flat to the body. The ones that are closer flat, which I get in these little kits, are really useful because you can do embroidery on the eyelids. So I do it all the time with my little goblin guys. So you can see right there. See, so I embroider just a little bit on the eyes, and that's easier to do when the safety bead eye is really flat against it. You can do really cool embroidery work to make them look tired or angry or happy. It's a really, really useful thing to know. That's another video that I've been working on, is how to make eyes. I want to do a bunch of different kinds of eye patterns. Oh, it's Captain Falcon. Go! I think that's the sound of the race, or the, when you're breaking the targets. Anyhow, where was I? What was I talking about? Can't remember. Oh, the safety bead eyes. Yeah. So, I think I'm going to be doing a video pretty soon for how to make eyes in a bunch of different techniques. But for right now, let me just show you this technique that I'm about to use for making the hat, which I'm going to be doing a video on soon, like I've said like 4 times now. You need 2 different kinds of yarn here, but we're essentially doing a split. So we're splitting one round into 2 different rounds. This would be a good way for me to practice recording the actual video. So like I said, it can be really useful for making things like eyebrows and lips and hats, and even like fully go around, so you can make it for mushrooms or for dresses if you want to put it at the bottom of your crochet. All you have to do is, I'm going to crochet around a new color here for the end of this round. We're going to be using this skin tone. We're just going to crochet all the way around it. Actually, we're going to change to this new color. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it under so that the tan yarn is on top. And I'm going to pull through the tan yarn like we're going to change just to this tan yarn. But we're not going to do that all the way. So we're going to pull it out a little bit, like that. Pull that tighter. And now we're going to take our crochet hook, and we're actually going to go back into the stitch. So we're going to go into both these loops. First we're going to go into this top loop, and then we're going to go into this other part, this green stitch right there. Okay, and we're going to pull through the green yarn now. The goal here is that you want 2 loops coming out. See? 2 coming out of the same spot. Okay, now we're going to use the green yarn, and we're going to crochet in only the front loops of the following, I think it's 6 stitches. So in the front loops of these 6 stitches, meaning the stitch that's closest to you right there. And maybe I should focus this a little bit better. Well, let's see. You seen that? Oh, yeah, hold on, let me get a little bit better focus. I think our music just ended, which is fine. There we go. I'll turn some new music on just after this. So I'm going to be working into the front loops for the following 6 stitches. And I'm just going to work my stitches that I want for the brim of the hat. I want the brim to be sticking out slightly more, so I'm doing half double crochets in the middle of the hat. So that way it kind of like sticks out just further than it normally would. Oh, there we go. We got some music. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be 5, and we got one more single crochet right here. Okay, so I did my 6 single crochets working in those front loops. Now I'm going to pull this stitch out a little bit, stretch that out a little bit, and then I'm going to come back to the tan loop. And we're going to work single crochets into the back loops that we didn't use. So we're going to count back 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go into that stitch. And we're going to do single crochets using this tan in the back loops. And essentially, we are creating 2 different rounds now. We turned our 1 round into 2 rounds. Okay, so there we go. 3, 4, 5, and here's going to be 6. Yeah. When you're done with that, you can cut the yarn. You can finish this up many different ways. You could continue crocheting with the bottom part or the top part, which I'll talk about in the video that's coming out eventually. But for right now, we're just gonna cut that and pull that back loop all the way through so that it just like completes the stitch there. And we're gonna crochet around this as we continue. Okay, so I'm gonna crochet around that tan stitch, and now for the rest of this round, or almost the rest of the round, we're going to be single crocheting, just doing single crochets into both stitches. We don't have to do that back loop or front loop thing anymore. I'm going to stretch out that cap a little bit more so it's sticking out a little bit further. Okay, I believe at the end of this round, yes, okay. I had someone email me recently about this pattern actually, saying that they didn't like the fact that at the end of this round specifically I changed colors, but if I didn't, it looked very strange. So I tried to explain that to them, but I don't know. Okay, now we're going to change to this dark brown. I think this dark brown is actually too thin now that I think about it. Let's just use regular brown. It's not even that different. Look at that. It's pretty much the same. I mean, whatever. Okay. That dark brown is just a little too thin for me. Okay, so we're using this brown now. I'm going to change back to it, and now I can show you what happens when you come back around to that split stitch. Okay, now using this brown stitch, this is just for the pattern. In this Mario pattern, if you're crocheting the hair and crocheting into these green stitches, every green stitch gets it into the back loop, so that way it looks more like a hat. Here, I'll show you on the finished thing. See, so they're all worked into the back loops there, so it looks like it's like kind of sticking out of above the hairline. Because if you worked into both, it wouldn't really look like that. Okay, so we're back to the split now. Let's grab our tan yarn again. I'm going to change back to tan. Now, when you get back around, you want to work your stitches into the back stitches. So for me, that's our tan stitches right there. I don't want to work into our green ones because then those tan ones will just be hidden on the inside, which could be useful if you want it to be sticking slightly above or something like that, but for our purposes, that's pretty much pointless. So we're just going to be working into these tan stitches in the back there. Okay. And we'll just do a single crochet in all of these tan stitches using tan yarn. We're making the face of our Luigi now. I believe the next round is the one with the bobble stitch. Yeah, it is. Okay, good. All right. There we go. Now we're going to change back to this brown. We're going to do some weird color change, fancy work in just a sec. I'm actually also going to cut this green because we don't need it until it comes back to the body. It's just kind of making a mess. All right. By the way, I don't know if this is helpful at all. It might be just more confusing than anything because it's not... Sorry, I'm trying to focus while I'm talking. and I am a man, so I can only do so much multitasking. I tell that to Jules all the time. I say, Jules, you know you're a woman, you can multitask a lot better than I can. I guess this is okay music. It's Zelda, but that works. Alright, let's get back to it. So now once we're done with the stitches, with working our crochet stitches into the split round right there, we can work back into our regular green stitches here. This is kind of hard to explain on. This is exactly why I write down these videos, because doing it live, there's a lot of things that I'm missing it's hard for me to explain if it's not pre-written or recorded. So yeah, there's some insight into how I do my videos if you were curious at all. Working on a puppy with a heart nose sounds adorable. If you hit notifications, all right, we're gonna be done with our brown yarn here in just a second. Ooh, chorizo. Now you're making me hungry. All right. Oh yeah, those are the best. I love those safety noses. I have some down here actually, right here. I just saw them earlier today. These ones look like little dog noses though. I get these ones on Etsy. Like specialty noses. Or actually, no, I didn't. I got them at glasseyesonline.com. Oh, mini pride flags. I'm thinking about doing, for March's pattern, I want to make a rainbow, like with a pot of gold in it, and I've been trying to think about how to make a rainbow, like a three-dimensional rainbow, so not like 2D, but like actually working in the round, but doing color changes in such a way that it looks like a little flat but three-dimensional rainbow. It's really hard to think about because you have to think about how the decreases are going to work so that it actually curves. I don't know. I've been trying to wrap my head around it for a while now, but I haven't really tried it yet, so I should just go for it. Okay. Oh, by the way, that temperature blanket, so Mel Bell has been working on a temperature blanket. She's been posting it in the Club Crochet group on Facebook, and it's such a cool idea. What I understand from the blanket, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mel, but it's that you use a different color yarn for every day based on the temperature. So it could be the same color because it could be the same temperature, but whenever you do another round every day based on the temperature outside, and then at the end of the year, I guess, you have a blanket that goes through all the temperatures throughout the year, which I'm assuming is going to get redder and redder as time goes on. Global warming. But yeah, it seems like a really cool idea. I like the idea there. Color changes hurt you, Mickey. Dude, you are crazy because you are such a good crocheter. It's insane. Every time you post something on the group, I'm always like, yes, that's exactly what it's supposed to look like. You posted the Mario, and you were saying something about it not working out in the right way for you, and I couldn't figure out what it was. Did you ever figure it out? What was it about the pattern that wasn't looking right? Tonight you have several days to do, and the 3 of them are the same color. Oh, really? So each round it's a day? Like every single round you make another round every day? I want to try something fun for this Luigi. No, never mind. I'm not gonna. Oh, I almost forgot. I gotta do the logo. So we need a little bit of white yarn there. It's easier to do the logo like this when you're earlier on in the pattern, because the further you get away, the more difficult it is to sew it on. Okay, so what I think I do is this. Yeah. Gotcha. There we go. All right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If you do a row every day, your blanket's gonna get huge. Yeah, so most people probably do it per, like, every few days maybe. All around 60. That's a good temperature right there. That's a good temperature right there. That's what we in the biz call a good temperature. For my birthday, Jules bought me lessons for doing improv classes. Thought that was kind of cool. I've always wanted to do them, but I never wanted to spend the money on the classes because I didn't think I was ever going to be good. But now that I know it's not my money, I'm fine with it. I'm very excited, actually. I think it's going to be a fun experiment and fun. See, crocheting used to be my hobby, but then it became my job, and I need a new hobby. I think that improv would be a fun one, besides video games, which I play too much of anyhow. I'm getting really good at Smash Brothers though, guys. Yeah, Jules is tired of the dad jokes, or at least tired of me making all of them. Like to her, not to like a group of people or something. What was I saying? Oh, I'm getting really good at Smash Brothers. Like, especially with Yoshi. I'm getting pretty good with Yoshi. If anybody wants to challenge me, bring it on. Bring it on. And also, this game just came out on the Switch that it came out literally last night. I've been waiting forever for it to come out. It's called War Groove. It's kind of like, if you ever played, what's that game called? Advance Wars? Kind of like Advance Wars. But everything's like fantasy themed instead of war themed. Very excited. What happened to my Mario Yarnimation? Well, it just kind of got away from me. I also got, I don't know. It was just too much work, and I didn't really feel like I was doing, it just stopped becoming fun for me, and I didn't really feel like I was very good at doing stop motion as good as I wanted to be at stop motion, and it was just so much work. Stop motions take an insanely long time, so I never finished it, and I feel really bad about that because a lot of people ask about it, but I just didn't. Yeah, I kind of just stopped wanting to make other. I kind of stopped wanting to make other people's creations on Louie's Loops. I think that was the main, like the catalyst that created Club Crochet, was the fact that on Louie's Loops, I didn't like the idea that I was making other people's stuff. I kind of just wanted to make my own stuff, my own designs, where that weren't being inspired by, well, I guess everything's inspired by something, but you know, they weren't like, I wasn't making Mario anymore. Like, I kind of stopped wanting to make characters that other people had made. I kind of wanted to make my own, which is why the Woggles became really popular on there, because those were freaking awesome. And then after that, now I have these the Goblinoids, which I have some really cool stuff in the future that I've been working on for videos for that, and obviously this tabletop game. Yeah, I don't know. Long answer, or long, short answer, whatever. I just lost interest. I guess that's the real thing. Oh man, happy almost birthday. Yeah, but see, the thing is, oh wow, yeah, wow, your birthday's on Monday. Yeah, Jules is on Tuesday. That's so cool. Happy almost birthday. I hope you have a very good birthday. Ho! Typo, hi. Hi. Do I like drawing at all? Yes, actually, I like drawing quite a lot. Yeah, I do like drawing. A lot of the ways that I get my ideas for stuff is by drawing it. But I have this idea for something. I'm trying to see if it's close enough from you. No, I'd have to go in the other room. I've been crocheting this grass. I've been crocheting this grass and making like kind of little, they're kind of like shadow boxes. They're kind of like shadow boxes, except they're, I don't know. I have this really cool thing that I'm working on soon to basically get my crocheted stuff into a gallery. I kind of wanted to try to do a gallery with my crocheted stuff. And I was thinking about, oh, how am I going to do that? And I came up with this idea that I'm really, really, really excited for. But I haven't finished one of the pieces yet. Because I had to think about, like, okay, if I'm going to do a gallery, how am I going to frame it? Like, how am I going to frame crocheted things? And I thought, oh, wow, what if I literally framed it? But I put the frame horizontal instead of vertical. So that's what I've been working on in my spare time, which there's not much of. All right, we're done with the tan colored yarn, which is super cool. I love being done with the color of yarn. Get out of here, tan yarn. We don't need you no more. Would I make a monkey? Yeah, sure, I can make a monkey. That's not a bad idea, actually. I was a In college, I was an anthropology major, which is the study of people. But with anthropology comes the study of monkeys because, you know, they're our closest ancestors. So I do know a lot about monkeys and a lot about different species of monkeys. Me and Jiminy's favorite thing to watch on is nature documentaries on monkeys because he really likes watching it, and I think it's just fascinating. So yeah, monkeys are definitely something that could come out in the future. A lion with a pom-pom mane. How would you get the pom-pom? Would it just be a lot of different pom-poms, do you think? Or do you think it'd just be like one pom-pom that is... Like, how would you... I'd have to think about how to do that. But that's kind of a cool idea. Yeah, I would say drawing is also one of my hobbies. Also, web design. I'm getting pretty good at web design now. That's definitely a hobby of mine. It's really fun. It's just fun to do. I just redid louisloops.com. I made it a lot more simple, and I made myself a portfolio and a resume and everything to apply if I need to apply for new jobs. I just wanted to have everything set up, and I just kind of I got away from myself. But I'm very proud of it. Alright, now we're almost done with green yarn, which is also pretty cool. Oh, I just cut the wrong yarn. Whoops. It ain't the end of the world. Have you guys watched Marvelous Mrs. Maisel on Amazon? It's very good. I highly suggest Marvelous Mrs. Maisel on Amazon. That and I'm rewatching The Legend of Korra right now with Jules, and that's so good. I love Avatar. We were watching it on like we were kind of bootlegging the original Avatar series because she had never seen it before, and all of the videos were like backwards. So, oh, the sound cut out? Oh, sounds cute. Okay. Hey, Trico! How are you? It's been a while. Oh, crap. My computer's about to die. I forgot to plug it in. One sec. Remind me whatever I was just talking about, because I can't remember. Saved the day. I saved the day. I'm a hero. Oh, what was I just talking about? Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Game of Thrones. Oh man, Game of Thrones. It comes out in April. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Avatar. So, yeah. So I was rewatching Avatar with Jules. She was watching it for the first time, but we were watching it bootlegged basically on like some weird website, and they had reversed all of the video. They like flipped it all so that they didn't get caught by like any algorithms or whatever, and they would like slow down or speed up the sound to not get caught also. But so every episode we watched was slightly different than the other one, but they were all called Ratava, not Avatar. They were Ratava. And so we would always go like, oh no, we haven't seen Avatar. We just seen Ratava. But man, that show is so good. It's just, I think that's one of the best shows that's ever come out. Is both Avatar, The Last Airbender, and The Legend of Korra. Both of those are so good. Very high suggestion for anybody that hasn't seen it. Okay. Ouija is a coming together. You're working on a Sonic stop motion. Oh, you were the one that commented about the. Did you comment about doing the Sonic pattern, Hypergamer? Like the Mario shell pattern. Someone commented that they wanted me to make a Sonic pattern, and I replied to it with basically, Sonic is very difficult to crochet. At least for me to crochet. I've tried to make Sonic a few times, and it's just so difficult. I think it's the spikes. The spikes are so hard. I just can't make him look right. He always looks weird. I hope your stop motion goes really well though. I really do, because I think that would be very cool. Stop motion is insanely difficult, so I'm excited to see it. Oh, I have an Aang pod puppet actually. Yeah, it's really cool. I also made a, you know what? I'm just going to show you because I'm really proud of it. One sec. Can't find it. Well, here's Katara. You can see her hair, she got little hair loopies. This is before I used safety bead eyes. Well, I can't find it, but look at these are this is like two of the I think I have like 8 bags filled with these with little pod puppets I've made. Found it. I found it. All right, I found it. Yeah, I think I have 8 bags of those, of just random pod puppets that I've made over time. So here's Aang. This is before I used safety bead eyes, so he's not great, but it's Aang and Momo. So you got Momo's tail goes all the way around him, and he's got his little staff. Yeah, and I made his arrows kind of strange, so I should redo this, but yeah, and here's Tara. I have a Appa somewhere as well, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I could totally do a Avatar Universe month, especially because they're redoing. I think they're redoing Avatar now. That's what I've heard. Amazon or something is paid for it. Amazon is going all out, man, with like the whole, they're doing a whole Lord of the Rings, the Silmarillion thing. They paid a lot of money for some real big franchises recently. When will I release a Harry Potter series? Probably pretty soon, realistically, because I need to have a new one coming out specifically for April. I think April is the next month where I'm not really prepared for whatever patterns are going to be coming out that month. So maybe That or this summer, I'll probably redo the Harry Potter themed patterns. I have not made SpongeBob or Spyro. I did like SpongeBob in the past, but never really was a big PlayStation player, so I never made Spyro. I never really was that interested in him, to be honest. All right. Eyeballs. Look at these eyeballs. I painted these ones. I haven't figured out what to use them for yet. Okay. Oh, doy. Forgot. They go. I forgot that the eyeballs go in the middle of the stitches, not on either side of it. Because with the goblins, I do the eyeballs not in the center of a stitch. It's actually like I have specific stitches that they go in. But for pod puppets, I make the eyes go literally in the center of a stitch because it's just like the perfect spot for them. Anywhere else looks kind of weird now. But here, I'll show you on camera what I'm talking about. These safety eyes, I believe, they're either 8mm or 6mm. Here, I have a ruler. Let's find out. Oops. I lost that eyeball. There we go. Yeah, that's the Hagrid, I think, is definitely my favorite one. All right, looks like we got, these are 8. These are 8mm in diameter. Okay, so what I was saying, I go in the center of these stitches. So if you look, like, right, this would not be in the center of a stitch. This would be between two stitches. So I go right in the center of that stitch, right there. Just find that it's the best place for these eyes for the specific stitch count that I make for these pod puppets, is to put the eye in the very center of that stitch. Yeah. Sometimes these pod puppets are kind of like, it's kind of like making sprites for a video game, you know? Because you have to do like color changes in such a strange, specific way for all of them, but... Oh no, your 3-year-old fell asleep for dinner again. He's so sleepy. Yes, it's War that you craft. Yeah, exactly. That's the tabletop game. I think these eyes are different. They are different. These ones are the... Okay. No, thank you. No, thank you, please. Go away. I do not want different size eyeballs for my Luigi. It's not that they're different size, it's that, remember how I was talking earlier about how one of them like sticks out slightly further than the other? I just got one that sticks out slightly further and one that didn't. And that's not, it is not what we are looking for, you see. We are looking for the same on both sides, yes? Let us try this one. Ah, yes, these ones are flatter against the face. I wouldn't mind if they were both the same. It doesn't really matter which ones I use. I just don't want different eyes. See how flat that goes up? Yeah, cool. All right, he needs a mustache now. Of course, he needs a mustache. Where is mustache? We'll need the black yarn. A company needs to come out with a dark brown yarn again. Lion Brand used to have this really nice dark brown cotton yarn, and then they stopped making it. and I have used all of the dark brown that I have. I only have like a little tiny ball now of it, and I only use it for special occasions. So they need to redo that. Alright, we're going to do the mustache from here. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I probably won't be making Sonic in all honesty, Hyper Gamer. There's too many things ahead of schedule for Sonic, and I haven't even made a successful Sonic in the past. So I just don't think I'll be making one anytime soon. Unfortunately. I'm sorry about that. Oh, when you make Sonic. Yeah, when you make Sonic, I'd love to see it. I would absolutely love to see it. This mustache is starting to look a little weird, isn't it? This song is so epic. I think this mustache needs to be a little thicker, if you ask me, so we're gonna do this again. I'm not gonna redo it, I'm just gonna go over everything one more time. Well, just, hey, Hypergamer, just why don't you email me at louis.loops@gmail.com. I can get you on the playtest. Even though I understand. Just email me and I'll give you the information. Hello from Malaysia. That is awesome. Hi. Oh my gosh. What time is it in Malaysia? What's the weather like? What did you eat for breakfast? Or have you had breakfast yet? That's really cool that someone's watching this from Malaysia. Oh yeah, now that's a stash right there. That's a mustache. Luigi was always my favorite of the two brothers. Felt like he didn't get nearly enough recognition. Also, my name stems from Luigi. Started as Luigi. I'm Italian. And then when my family moved to America, instead of naming their kids Luigi, they started naming him Louis. Because it was more, you know, it was less obvious where you were from, and there was a lot of racism. There still is a lot of racism, but there was a lot of racism then as well. So my grandfather was named Louis by his parents. I think he was named after his grandfather as well. And then my parents named me Louis, and I go by Louis. That is how I got my name. And I love my name. I'm a big fan. I think I like my name so much because it's just, I don't think I look like a Louis. I think I look like a James or something. And that's why I like my name so much, because I don't want people to have perceived expectations of what I am going to be like based on my name. And most, like, I don't know, it's cool to share a name with some great people like Louis Armstrong and stuff. I don't know. I like my name. Papa Loops, yeah, Papa Loops is good. His name is actually Bobby. His name's Robert. I have his name is my middle name, so my name is actually Louis Bob. Yeah, he's doing great. He's the one that actually makes the kits for Club Crochet. So if you are part of Club Crochet and you are getting the kits, he's the one that makes them. So if you have any complaints, please let me know so I can yell at him. Not really. I like my dad quite a lot. Every day I notice more and more how I'm acting like him. And Jules notices more and more how I'm acting like him as well. She always goes, "That is exactly what your dad would say." Her and my dad get along very well, which is nice. My dad gets along with most people though. Uh-oh, we got a problem, fellas. This yarn got untangled, so I'm gonna have to reball that later. What time is it? It's 4:30. All right. I don't think we're gonna be making a blue shell after this, because I think we're running a little low on time, and I have a lot of things that I got to get done today. So I think this Luigi is going to be the end of it, but we still have a little bit more to go for it. And I'm also going to be doing more live streams on my other channel, Louie's Loops. If anybody can post a link to that channel, it's just, actually I can just do that real quick, one sec. Do this foot. I'm going to be starting to do more live streams over there, crocheting orcs and goblins and stuff like that, because I'm getting a ridiculous amount of requests for them. So I have to make at least one a day. There you go. Oh yeah, that link's work. So I'll probably be doing a live stream over there if I have time later this week. If not, maybe this weekend. But yeah, so if you're a fan of these live streams and you want to join them, usually on these ones, I mean, I try to make it more about how to crochet, but obviously I get off topic like all the time. But on that channel, the whole point is to get off topic, so I feel more comfortable with just talking as much as I can over there. God, I love Animal Crossing music. Who here is excited about Animal Crossing for the Switch? Because I know I am. I am so excited for that. Oh man, when that comes out and you guys play Animal Crossing... Wow, that got really loud, huh? Let's turn this down. If you guys start... Ooh. There we go. I fix it. Okay, there you go. You sent me an email. I didn't get it yet, but let me check. You sent it to louis.loops@gmail.com, Hypergamer? Because I didn't get it yet, but maybe it'll just come in just a second. When you do get... What? Why does my phone's like... Oh, you want to turn me off, right? Oh, check out my cool new wallpaper for my phone. Check this out. I did like a wallpaper for Stitched. Isn't that cool? Oh, that's why, because I'm on airplane mode. So I don't get any emails right now. I should make that wallpaper for like anybody to use. I'll post it online or something eventually. Man, I get off topic a lot, huh? Oh well. All right, let's give this guy some yellow buttons. I told my dad when I told him what to put in this pattern, I said 1 strand of yellow yarn, and he was like, "No, it's Louise." Like you spell like this. Like that. I told him 1 strand of yellow yarn. He said, 1 strand? What does it mean, 1 strand? You mean like a foot? I said, yeah, a foot works. Then say a foot. Don't say 1 strand of yarn. I don't know what that means. I was like, all right, all right. But now I'd say 1 strand just to mess with them. The cool thing with these buttons is you can either do a bullion knot, which is what I did for the eyes for, I used to do for eyes, like this is a bullion knot right there. So you can either use bullion knots, which make it more of like a 3-dimensional dot, or you can just embroider it twice, which I started doing recently. And I think it kind of looks a little bit cleaner when I do it like that. So it looks like a little bit more like just a little dot. The white is poking through there, which is kind of unfortunate. We're gonna pull that tighter. I might clean it up. Yep, there we go. All right, let's cut that. Move on to the other side. Do I use half color changes a lot? I hold my yarn differently, and it's such a pain to do. I do use well, it depends on the pattern. But I try not to use them if I don't have to, haha. But yeah, I do use half color changes a pretty good amount if I want to get like a very specific stripe of yarn or stripe in my pattern, or I need to get like the right color in the exactly right spot. So I mean, I try not to, and also you don't have to. You never have to use a half color change. It's such a subtle difference that yeah. I just noticed something that I want to show you guys. Another thing that I'm going to be coming out with a video soon for is how to do like I was telling you how to do eyes, but look how cool this is. I made it so like this guy has a white eye. It's actually a bobble stitch. I put the eye in a white bobble stitch and it made it like look so cool. I'm very proud of this guy. This guy's like a weird fish monster thing. He's got like cool little weird fingers and legs and stuff. So yeah, it does look cool. How do you hold your yarn, Kawaii Momo? Wait, Momo, like this Momo? I can't check it right now because my internet's not on my phone. But I'm sure I got it. Yeah, so I don't remember what I was saying. Half color changes are cool. Depends on the pattern though. This pattern has no half color changes, I don't think. I think this pattern is all just regular stitches. I could have done half color changes in the this part of the pattern to make this a little bit more clear, but I decided not to because I wanted this pattern to be as simple as I could make it, because there are a lot of color changes still in it, and I knew that Mario would be a pattern that a lot of beginners would want to crochet, so I tried to make it a little bit more simple by cutting the half color changes out of the pattern. Tried not twisting the yarn. It looked like I had crocheted in the back loop only. Yeah, that's Yeah, yeah, you gotta do that twist on the underside. Well, you know that the only way to learn Hypergamer is to practice. I think when I first started doing patterns, I was very proud of them. I thought they looked great. Looking back now, I'm like, boy, vey, I've gotten a lot better. So just keep making them. Metroid theme for August. Maybe. That's a big maybe because I do really like Metroid. Samus was my main guy that I was playing with in Smash for a while there, but I kind of started using Yoshi a lot more because he's a little bit more fun. But I do really like it. Did you hear about Metroid 4 being not canned, but like it's gonna take a lot longer? I was really looking forward to Metroid Prime 4 coming out, but I'm glad they're postponing it for a little bit longer because they just weren't happy with it. They didn't feel like it was up to their as good as Nintendo games usually are, you know. So I'm kind of glad they did that, but it will be a bummer not to see the game soon. Also, very cool of them, very transparent of them to come out with a Nintendo Direct that just basically said, hey, I know you guys love Metroid, and I know you guys are looking forward to it, but we had to postpone it. So. Have you ever tried your way? It makes my fingers cramp. I do around the pinky and then over and under. Oh, so around the pinky and then like that? Like this? Kawaii Momo? Like that? Or do you go all the way around the pinky? That is, if it's like that, that's crazy. That's like, man, yeah. Recore? No, I never heard of Recore. What's Recore? Okay. Two. There we go. We got Luigi completed. He's ready to join his brother and save the Mushroom Kingdom. There we go. All right, guys. Let's get a better view of what we've made. See Luigi next to Mario. He's not as tall as I think my stitches were a little bit tighter than I like them to be. So stitches he's not as tall as I wish he was. But let's get this angle better. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been, I mean, I always love coming in and doing these live streams with you guys. So thank you so much for everybody that's joined. If you have any crocheting questions whatsoever, let me know in the Club Crochet group or just reach out to me. I posted my email earlier in the chat. Yeah, I love crocheting, and I love that you guys love crocheting, and yeah, you guys rock. Thank you. I'll be doing another live stream next month on this channel for the monthly patterns there. You still have a few more days until I post the next month's giveaway. The giveaway is still open. So if you crochet a Mario shell I would say you have about maybe like less than a week. So if you want to crochet a Mario shell and post a picture online, you can be entered to win a free month Club Crochet membership, which gets you access to all my patterns. And also, if you want to become a Club Crochet member, I would really appreciate it. It helps me make things on this channel and eventually, hopefully, I won't have to have another job, 2 or 3 jobs now. I could just be a crocheter. So yeah, if you want to do that, if you go to clubcrochet.com. I'm working on redoing the website a little bit to make it a little bit cleaner. But yeah, you can get a bunch of my crochet patterns and stuff like that. You can start it as $5 a month. You can get new patterns every single month. Kits mailed directly to your door with all the materials you need. This month's kit was for Mario and a Mario shell. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Thanks so much again for watching, guys. Thank you so much for joining, and thanks for keeping me company. Pasta la pizza, and happy hooking. Bye.